Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Late Show tonight. Here's your host, Andy Evans.
Woo! How you doing, everybody? I'm Andy Evans, your host, and as usual with me, the Bonnie to my Clyde, Justin Ames.
Why am I Bonnie? I don't want to be Bonnie.
You know what? You're Bonnie. I'd like to preface that this monologue has been filmed in front of a live Henry. Woo! There we go. That was nice.
Alright.
So, let's get right to it. A recent study done by women in engineering sought out to find sexism in STEM fields, such as math, science, and technology. What they found, the S in STEM actually stands for sexism.
I thought it stood for cereal.
How did you...
I like cereal.
Cereal starts with a C and it's a food?
Maybe where you're from.
Okay, you know what, just...
We're both from Jericho, by the way.
Moving on. Post Malone coming to headline the fall concert. Now, the minute it was announced he was coming to Binghamton, tickets sold completely out. All of them. Gone. The only way students have been able to get tickets recently is through Facebook groups, where they have been sold for upwards of $100. So to anyone who has been scammed into buying a ticket for a Post Malone concert for more than $100, I say, congratulations. You played yourself.
On a more serious note, Decker Health Services suggests that any student who's going to the Post Malone concert prepare their ears for the high decibel levels by going to the Tully stand about 5 or 6 times. Now, if you go to the Tully stand, you'll be accustomed to this. Hi, how you doing? Let's move on.
Alright, the Binghamton basketball team won their season opener recently. The coach of the team attributed the win to the return of a few players who were out the last season and led to a string of losses. Now, really, it was because you lost a few players that last season was filled with losses? Look, basketball team, take a note from our football team. They've been undefeated since 1946. I mean, they got something good going for them. Take note.
I only go to the sports games for the pep band.
Of course you do.
I like music. Let's move on. This past week in Binghamton, Teresa Caputa, the Long Island medium, was seen.
Woo!
She showed up to a questionable audience and asked the crowd if anybody had lost a loved one recently. She saw acrylic nails and big hair. But it turns out she was just describing her dead career. Died 3 years ago. Sorry.
And finally, in more local news, WHRW, Binghamton's own free radio station, has been forced to take down their online streaming service after being hit with legal action by nonprofit company Sound Exchange. Ooh.
Thank you, Henry.
Thank you, Live Studio Henry. That's okay though, they'll still be airing on their FM radio frequency, which is great, said no one on campus.
Hey, I've got a show on WHRW.
You have a show on WHRW.
Yeah, it's Power Plays with Strong and the Bushman and Conehead at 8:30 in the morning on Sundays.
Okay, you have a show at 8:30 in the morning on Sundays?
That is correct.
Who's your audience? Nursing homes? Dead
who are
people?
Awake. We've gotten callers. Hey, don't berate me.
Oh, sure you've gotten callers, yeah. Your mom.
Like 4 callers.
Oh,
Mom
yeah.
doesn't listen. We don't have a stream anymore, she can't.
Of course she doesn't. So what do you actually play on this radio show?
Well, my set is comprised mostly of like alternative rock.
Wow, you play all rock on the radio? Aren't you original and cool?
Well, it's my set. I mean, there are 2 other people. It's mostly like classic.
Shut up, Justin!
We play
what did I tell you about going on rants?
We have
what did I tell you?
We have hard
What did I tell you?
We play hard rock too.
Oh God! Out!
Stop!
No!
What are you doing?
Enough of this!
This isn't part of the bit!
I'm done with you! I'm done!
Ow!
I told you not to go to the radio station. You did anyway. This wasn't a bit. All right. We'll be back in a bit with Lila Gallo and the Troublemakers. They're going to be performing for us. Justin, I swear to God!
Why am I always in the physical bit?
Ladies and gentlemen, Lila Gallo!
You're so hot! Let's go!
I never thought this happened! Alright, Lila, first of all, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for letting me be here, Andrew.
in case you guys haven't noticed, we have the Troublemaker a cappella group in our studio audience tonight.
Woo!
We'll be providing some very needed laughter to our show. I mean, we didn't have any jokes to begin with, so. So, let's start talking about you specifically, okay?
Alright, I'm good at that.
That's
So,
what we usually do with interviewees.
so let's start with the basics. So, what are you studying here, Binghamton?
I'm a double major in biological anthropology and linguistics.
Ooh. See, that sounds really smart. Like, I just tell people I'm English because I can't even pronounce linguistics. Like.
Yeah. I'm minoring in global studies.
You have a double major and a minor.
Yes,
Do you have
so
a
that
social
works
life?
out.
Oh, way too much.
Way too much, yes.
Wow, so you're not getting out of here for a long time.
Yeah. Hopefully
Are you,
I can graduate in 4 years.
Are you planning on doing a super senior year?
I hope not. I want to get a 5-year master's program thing at Bing, so hopefully that works out.
Best of luck to you.
I mean, so not only are you the president of the Troublemakers, you can perform for us a little later, you also are the leader of the Emerging Leaders Program.
Yes, I'm actually the social media and marketing and technology intern for the Emerging Leaders Program, and I'm a program assistant, so that means I basically control social media for the Emerging Leaders Program, as well as help run programs for it and workshops.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That
So
is more important than any role I've ever held.
she's got it all. I need the ghost on the show, so. So, listen. So obviously, very intelligent, very involved in campus. So, so you're president of the Troublemakers, a cappella. So when did you get started with a cappella?
When did I get started? So it all started in high school. I had no friends.
Flashback music.
I had no friends, kind of a nerd, I didn't really, branch out or anything. I was like, I'm gonna join my school's chorus. So I auditioned for my school's chorus, got in, met some friends for the first time. Because before that, all I did was read. I know. And yeah, they got me into singing. I discovered that I could actually sing. Started looking around, more extracurriculars, want to get more involved in my high school. Found an a cappella group, and I liked it a lot. It was an all-girls a cappella group, and we sang pop music.
So you're kind of you did the whole Pitch Perfect thing, guys.
Yeah, the whole Pitch Perfect thing, the whole bopping thing, Britney Spears, toxic.
Did you do the cup thing?
Yeah, the cup song, all that stuff. Got into that. Senior year, I ended up writing some of the music for it, and
So did you take any music theory? Like, do you have any background in that, or did you just kind of pick it up as you went?
We had electives in high school where we could either take music theory or just learning how to play the recorder.
Recorder. Old school elementary school type feel. I got you.
Since I wanted to be cool, my transition, I wanted to, learn how to read music. So
I don't know. I think all the cool kids are probably playing recorder.
Oh yeah, especially Johnny Alexandro. Shout out to Johnny Alexandro.
All right. So music theory, end of high school, and then coming into Binghamton. Why the Trebs? I know there's 9 different a cappella groups all throughout Binghamton. So why specifically the Trebs? What?
So anyone who knows me knows I'm pretty edgy, pretty cool, pretty laid back.
Edgy is not the word I would use, but all right, let's go with edgy.
Yeah, pretty edgy, pretty pop punk, I try. So I auditioned for Tonics. It was like pop music. I auditioned for Rhythm Method, 80s, 90s music that I didn't really know. I auditioned for the Trebs, got into the Trebs, and I was like, this is amazing. I love this music already. I usually already listen to Red Hot Chili Peppers, Weezer, Nirvana, Panic.
And that's the kind of music you guys do is mostly all. Is it just all rock, or do you guys occasionally branch out?
Sometimes we dip our toes in the waters of other genres.
Dabble in R&B.
But usually we kind
Alright,
of have one foot on our home base, alt rock. We kind of have another foot on other genres. We're I don't really want to do those. Kind of sticking to our stuff.
So what was your craziest music experiment within the Troublemakers? What genres have you tried to branch out to that didn't quite work?
I don't know if anything didn't quite work. We have sang a lot of alternative rock songs that are more on the pop side. I know some people consider some Coldplay songs to be more pop, Hymn for the Weekend, for example. But
that's the pop song.
Yeah, that's a pop song. But we were able to work with it and kind of adopt it into our genre, and it actually added a some diversity to our sound. So we kind of like to branch out, not just sing alt rock.
It's good stuff. Right. Yeah, I'm totally here for it. So you guys are going to be performing on the show right after this.
Yeah, that's a plan.
So do you guys just do any of your semester show coming up as of this recording tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
So how many gigs do you guys do per semester? Is it just a semester show, or do you guys like to branch out? Like, what are some of the gigs you've done in the past?
We start off with a bang at our dollar show, which is where all 9 a cappella groups at Binghamton perform for a large drunk audience. And
It's all about the no pants thing.
yeah, we like to wear boxers. That's kind of our tradition. We wear boxers and our Trebs tanks without, the modest sweater. And we perform in front of a large group of people in 3 different lecture halls. And we kind of rotate the groups throughout each one. That's our big opening gig to try to gauge interest for people who want to audition for a cappella eventually. And after dollar show, we have our auditions, and then after that, we kind of take on small gigs depending on who contacts me. So, for example, we performed at a welcome back gig at an off-campus church in the beginning of the year, just to increase awareness about our group. And we do other smaller gigs. Like recently, we performed at an Emerging Leaders Program, Arts and Humanities event, just for an open mic to raise money for one of our local nonprofits in downtown Binghamton. So that was fun. We do small things like that lead up to our semester show.
That's right, and that's all fantastic. So right after dollar show, people just come in and audition for different groups?
Yeah, depending on what sound they liked during dollar show. Or they just kind of go in head first, audition for 5 different groups, even if they don't know the style.
Right.
Now, did the Trebs perform at orientation this year?
I don't know, we didn't. We performed at Parents Weekend.
That's what it was. I actually did see you guys there. That was very good. That was very good.
Thank you. Yeah, we had a smaller group of us perform at that just because of unavailability, but I think it went pretty well.
All right, sounds fantastic. Okay, so we'll be right back with the full chef's performance right after these words.
Yeah.
2, 1.
One, two. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba da 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 da. Stacy's mom has got it going on. 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 Stacy, can I come over? After school, we can hang around by the pool. Hang by the pool. Did your mom get back on the business trip? Is she there? Is she trying to give me the step? Well, I'm not the little boy that I want to be. Can't you see? Stacy's mom has got it going on. She's all
to keep.
Stay